I am Marij van Macassar. My story is barely recorded in South African history. I am a mystery because I lived in a time when people like me, enslaved, displaced, and forgotten, were erased from history. We were seen, yet unseen. We worked, yet our contributions were never acknowledged. Our voices were silenced, our identities stripped away. I was not seen as a person worthy of history. All that remains of me is my name, Marij van Macassar, and even that name might not truly be mine. On July 10, 1692, my name was listed among the belongings of a man named Louis Lons. I was not described as a person but as property, sold at an auction like a piece of furniture. Even a broken cabinet on the list had more detail than me. They did not record my age, my family, or where I came from. But I lived. I had a story. My name, Marij van Macassar, suggests I might have come from Macassar, an island over 10,000 kilometers away. If that is true, I once lived in a land of tropical rains and mangrove swamps. Another name appeared on that list, Antonij van Malabar. He came from Malabar, thousands of kilometers away from Macassar. Did Antonij and I know each other? Did we speak of the homes we had lost? Did we share stories of our childhoods, our cultures, and our pain? If I came from Macassar, I might have been Muslim. My people often were. But my name, Marij, is Christian. 2 years after my name was recorded, in 1694, a man named Sheikh Yusuf arrived in the Cape. He was a great leader and scholar from Macassar, exiled by the Dutch because they feared his influence. Yusuf was sent to a farm called Zandvliet, 45 kilometers from Cape Town. Even in exile, Sheikh Yusuf's faith and leadership could not be silenced. Zandvliet became the first Islamic community in South Africa. With his family and followers, he created a space where culture and hope thrived, despite the oppression around them. When Sheikh Yusuf died in 1699, his legacy remained strong. Zandvliet was renamed Macassar, in honor of our homeland. His followers carried on his mission, preserving our faith and culture. His daughter, Sitaina Seramaroof, stayed in the Cape and married another exiled leader. Together, they helped keep Islam alive in a place where it could have been forgotten. My story is incomplete, but it is not meaningless. I am a reminder of the countless lives erased by slavery in South Africa, the voices silenced by history. Yet, even in the silence, there is strength. Sheikh Yusuf and his followers showed that hope can survive in the darkest times. They proved that even in exile, culture and faith can flourish. My name may be all that remains of me, but it carries a message: we were more than slaves. We were people. We mattered. I am Marij van Macassar. Though history tried to erase me, I lived. And through my story, I remind you to remember those like me. Even when everything was taken, our humanity endured. That is something no one can ever take away, even if the Cape colonial era is a silenced history. A luta continua to democratic South Africa.